Hello, people. Welcome to the community of the Growth Mindset podcast. Guys, if you are a first time listener, don't forget to subscribe on whichever platform you're listening from so that you don't miss on more interesting episodes coming up in following weeks. And for our daily listeners, here we are again with a new episode where we will interview another interesting personality from a unique industry and understand how they were able to accomplish this great level of success. Remember, this is a podcast where we learn easy, practical methods and tips that we can implement in our daily lives from the very best and the most successful people known today. Because as we all know, success leaves clues. And we, the people having the growth mindset, will use these clues to create a better, more fulfilling, and a successful life. So, let the growth begin. Thank you so much for taking your time out and joining us on the Growth Mindset podcast. It is a pleasure to have you.
Thanks a lot, Irshad. I am actually really happy to be here, and I hope that I'll be able to share something which will be of use to your listeners.
Definitely, I'm very sure about it. I just want people who are listening to us, for people who might not know you, would you like to give them a little idea about your background and what are unique that you're doing? What is something that you're doing?
Okay. So I'll tell you, most of the times
Mm-hmm.
when people know about me, the first question they ask is, that, hey, we want to travel like you. You travel to so many countries, and how do you fund your travels and all that? So I
Correct.
tell them, it's not a rocket science. There is nothing like rocket science. I don't have a huge bank balance. I am not
Mm-hmm.
a daughter of Ambanis or Tatas. It's really a planning that goes into it. So I'll tell you how, even though I'm like little impulsive, I'm not a
Mm-hmm.
person who plans a lot in advance.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't become a traveler overnight. It's either there in you or it's not there in you. Everybody loves to travel, but passion, what differentiates a passion from an interest is how much, I would say, pain you can take for that, how much you are
Mm.
ready to sacrifice. There's a saying that no pain, no gain.
Correct.
Similarly, for me, travel is the most important thing. It is a thing for which, I sacrifice my great corporate career. I sacrificed the paycheck which used to come with that, and a big paycheck which used to come with that. Then
Mm-hmm.
when the paycheck goes, when that corporate job goes, also the lifestyle goes, right? You really
Yes.
need to cut down on a lot of things.
Correct.
But it's like what gives you the happiness, the real happiness. So for me, having a conversation with somebody, say, who is sitting near the North Pole, is
Mm-hmm.
far more, I would say, what should I say? Like, it's far more
Satisfying.
satisfying than,
Mm.
like blowing up thousands of rupees in a bar, or, just wearing the most expensive dress, or, so I'm okay. Like, I'm okay to be in just my two trek pants for the whole month. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
obviously I'll be washing them every alternate days or 2 days. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna be the dirty clothes, but I'm okay to sacrifice on those things. So for me, cutting the long story short, I was a normal corporate slave like most of the people are. I
Mm-hmm.
too did my, like graduation, and then my post graduation and MBA and all that you everybody goes around,
Correct.
especially in India. So I
Yeah.
did
Yeah.
all that, did my education, took a home loan, like that EMI life. I have done
Wow.
all that.
Great.
But at the same time, I started getting this feeling that what is it that gives me the real happiness? Does having your own big home gives you happiness? Does driving a big car makes you happy? So I later on I realized, and I've been traveling since I was a kid because I come
Hmm.
from an army background, and by default, when you are in army, you
Yeah.
tend to travel a lot. Like every 3 years, your family is
True.
transferred to a new destination, and even when you are posted at a single destination, you tend to go out of your city or other places every alternate week. So it has been a part of my growing up. And after that, I was a hostel kid, so then also, just being by yourself, and I used to plan all the trips when I was in
Mm-hmm.
my college, when I was even in my school also. I used to plan the trips for school trips. So
Oh.
it has come by default to me. So it is
Hmm.
not something, that I deliberately worked on it.
Hmm.
And then I started realizing when I was in my job that this is something which gives me the real happiness. And then in 2017, I took the plunge to
Hmm.
leave my job and do it full time. But when I did it full time, one mistake that most of the people make is,
Hmm.
that they think that if they start traveling, they will start earning, or brands will host them, or they
Correct.
will, it will be like really beautiful. Everybody would be just doling out a red carpet for them. No, that doesn't happen. Like, grass is
Hmm.
always greener on the other side. So for me
Correct.
also, I had to live out of my savings for a really long time. I had to, like, not compromise, but I had to make those choices. Okay,
Hmm.
how much can I spend, or what can I take? And so for the last 2 years, it had started paying me off. Unfortunately, this year it didn't.
Yeah.
It's not doing so well right now, but until February, it was doing really well. So for a living, I travel. I work with various tourism companies, and the brands which are related to tourism, whether it is photography, whether it is
Hmm.
cars, whether it is airlines, hotels, hospitality, so anything which is related to travel. So
Hmm.
I tend to work with them. However, the different thing which I do, which had worked for me versus other people, is that my travel is not just, hey, look at me, I'm traveling to this place, hey, look at me, this. I'm trying to tell the stories which have a deeper connection, wherein I can play a certain positive role. So that's why my USP says is, offbeat places in search of
Hmm.
untold human stories. So that's the crux of Travel Sea, right? Like,
Yeah.
I try to travel to these offbeat places to unearth some untold human stories. And these stories are basically on three pillars.
Hmm.
One is about the women empowerment, but women empowerment not in terms of feminism. Don't
Hmm.
take me wrong, but the moment you start talking about feminism, I don't know if there's a term for men also, menism or something, I don't know.
I've
So
never heard.
yeah, so you kind of already differentiate them, you
Correct.
already to demean them.
Hmm.
You should have them at the same platform and then talk about the great things that women are doing.
Agreed.
So I have tried to talk about such stories where women are doing something interesting, talking about their stories. And then the other is about environment, about
Hmm.
sustainability. And this has now actually taken the biggest part of my travels, because it's not just about traveling, but how can you be more sustainable in your choices? Because if we don't live sustainably, this planet is not going to exist for a long time. Like, we are digging
Exactly.
our own grave. So how
Correct.
can you support ecotourism? So this has been my major focus area now. And third is also related to all these, is that working for the underprivileged.
Hmm.
By underprivileged, I mean, like, working with smaller tour operators, working with
Hmm.
smaller people who are not benefited from travel and tourism as much as big brands are
Correct.
benefited. So
Hmm.
I am trying to do this, and that's what Travel See Write in a nutshell is. I travel, I see, I write about
Hmm.
untold human stories from offbeat places. So yeah, that's a
Interesting.
very long explanation for a very short answer, for a very short question.
But that is exactly what I wanted to understand as to what your vision is and how you are trying to bring that out, because people outside can understand why you're doing this and what's the intention behind Travel See and Write. Correct. So that's something that I really wanted out, and amazing thing that you let your heart out and telling that out to everybody. Now, what I want to understand is, you mentioned that you were working till 2017, right? And after that
Yeah.
is when you decided that you will no longer be working and you will do full time traveling. So, was there any
Yeah.
specific event that triggered that moment, or was there any realization that very when you decided, okay, no, this is enough. Now I'm gonna go and chase my dreams and passions.
So what happens is, when a person decides to make a change in their life, and that too this kind of a substantial change, there
Hmm.
are two reasons.
Hmm.
Either the current situation a person is very unhappy situation है ना कि मेरा बॉस
Correct.
बहुत खराब है, मेरी नौकरी बहुत खराब है, वो वाला एक फीलिंग आता है कि
True.
मुझे तो यहाँ से निकलना ही है किसी भी कीमत पे.
Exactly.
Thankfully, I never had that situation. In fact, I am very, very grateful कि आज मैं जहाँ पर भी पहुंची ना, it is only and only because of my job and because of the environment I was given. They were extremely supportive. So that wasn't there. If I would have not been working in Philippines for the Coca-Cola brand and for the kind of friends and my bosses had, I would have not been here. They really, really supported me. So
Okay.
so that wasn't there. Then the other reason is कि जब आपको लगता है ना कि लाइफ में कुछ और भी कर सकते हैं यार, कंफर्ट जोन से निकल के ना कि ये चैलेंज अच्छा लग रहा है. So in my case, the second one was the real reason. So what happened? But there was a trigger why it happened. So I was already traveling and writing. So I started writing on my blog from 2014, and there was
Okay.
a life defining moment which happened, which I'll tell you later.
Mm-hmm.
Because before that, I thought कि यार मैं तो बस ईमेल्स लिख सकती हूँ, बिजनेस ईमेल्स लिख सकती हूँ, और आई कैन मेक प्रेजेंटेशंस. बाकी जो क्रिएटिव राइटिंग होती है ना, ये
Correct.
सलमान रश्दी या फिर रस्किन बॉन्ड या फिर जो और इतने अच्छे अच्छे राइटर्स होते हैं, मतलब हमें ये लगता था तब तक. तो क्या हुआ था, 2014 से स्टार्टेड राइटिंग. देन व्हेन आई वाज वर्किंग इन फिलीपींस इन 2016, लकीली एंड बाय चांस एक वहां पर बहुत बड़ा कॉन्फ्रेंस हुआ था कॉल्ड टीबेक्स. टीबेक्स इज the world's largest conference for content creators in the field of travel. So this conference usually happens in three parts of the world. So one happens in North America, other happens in Europe, and the third can happen anywhere, whether Asia, Africa, Middle East, anywhere.
Okay.
So luckily that year it was happening in Philippines, and I was already working in Philippines. So I thought कि मुझे कहीं जाना नहीं है, मतलब I don't have to book a special holiday जाने के लिए, and it's happening in my own country. So let me just try this out. Let me see कि करते क्या हैं लोग यहाँ पे जाके. And I attended that conference. That was like a week-long conference where you get to learn about different ways of making a career out of travel. So whether it is a vlogging, blogging, affiliate marketing, and whatnot, SEO and all that stuff. So there were like a lot of stuff which were happening in there. So it was for the first time I realized that this could be a serious career. And I got in touch with a lot of people, like Shane Dallas was there, Mike Shubik was there, Rick Calvert were there. Lot of good
Nice.
people were there. And I stayed in touch with them, and I attended a lot of sessions. And then in January, when I just come back from India to Philippines back, I got this offer from Finland to visit the country. And then I couldn't have gone on a holiday again because I had
Yeah.
exhausted all my holidays for a long chutti. That's where when Christmas, New Year का holiday घर पे पूरा एक महीना लगा के आई थी, तो मैं बॉस को क्या बोलूंगी अब? So I
Correct.
said, oh shit. And Finland was too tempting for me to leave. So
Yeah, it was Finland, right?
and
Amazing country.
yeah, exactly. Like, you know, that Northern Lights
Yeah,
and
exactly.
reindeer and Santa Claus, all those things. So I said, nahi yaar. So then I said, कि देखो boss छुट्टी तो देगी नहीं, वो तो भूल जाओ छुट्टी में. So I told my boss I want to leave my job, and she said, leave your job? ये अचानक से कहाँ से ख्याल आ गया? I don't want to leave her job.
Correct.
Everything is going great. I'm not happy with the way work is happening. Is your salary bad? What is it? So she tried to understand. Then I said कि नहीं देखो मुझसे नहीं होगा, because my heart is in travel, and I think it is the time for me right now to pursue it. I don't know whether I'll be successful or not, but I think I have reached a stage where I want to give it a shot. And thankfully she was kind enough, she understood, but she told me कि Archana, don't leave your job. Take a sabbatical. What if it doesn't work out? You should have a job to come back. I said, okay. So I took a 2 month sabbatical. Then the 2 months became 4 months, 6 months, 8 months, 9 months, and then year. So then there was some really urgent job for which I was required to go back for a 1 month. But I did go back. But by that time, I knew what I want. I knew what makes me happy, and thankfully, I didn't have any liabilities on my head. Like मेरे को कोई भी ना कोई loan नहीं था, कुछ नहीं था, कोई ज़्यादा expenses नहीं थे. So I said I will take this plunge and I'm going to do it. So that's how I got into travel. Like I had no connections of whatsoever.
Correct.
Only thing which I knew was कि I love this field and I want to give it a shot. It's like my second innings. जैसे क्रिकेट में होता है ना कि फर्स्ट इनिंग में
हाँ.
चाहे आप 0 पे आउट हो गए हो, अगले में तो मैं 100 मार के ही रहूंगा. So I was
Correct.
like that. Yeah.
And I think the second reason also being the fact that you kind of got the right people, right? When
Yeah.
you attended that event, that is when people actually gave you insight, and that is the importance of having the right people around you. If you want to actually get into some field, having the right people around you would obviously help you go the right path and go to the next level, rather than you trying to figure things out wherein you have no idea. You also mentioned that कि जब हम लोग बात कर रहे थे, you said that initially you also had house loan and then other loans, you did MBA and all that stuff, right? Then once you decided to like start off this journey, getting into travel, then how did you manage, how did you repay that amount so that people who want to also go chase their dreams becoming a travel person, right, or a solo traveler, what can they plan, or how should they plan so that they can pay all their bills and then go after their dreams or chase their dreams? How did you do it?
See, first thing I'll tell you what a person needs to do is
Mhm.
don't jump into it without having a safety net. In my case, also, if you look at it, I was already, when I started writing, it was 2014 and 2014. So
Correct.
the whole of 2015 and 16, I was writing, and I had saved enough money. I had cleared my home loan by then. I
Nice.
didn't have any kids, any husband, any family to pay for. The only
Yeah.
person who I had to take care of was myself. And on top of that, I had taken this 3 months का decision for myself that for 3 months अगर मैं एक भी पैसा नहीं कमाऊंगी, if I have to spend for my pocket, I should be okay now. So I had
Yeah.
saved that much of money. And that is when I decided to do, because what happens is when you don't have any savings,
Correct.
then आपके पास जो भी आता है ना, you are forced to accept that, and
True.
people would want to take advantage. So in my case, the reason why I was able to go wherever I wanted to go was because 90% of the time the deals which came in, I refused. Like most of the time, सबसे easy जो होता है ना, अब तो पता नहीं वो भी easy है या नहीं, but at that time it was very easy for people to come and say कि हमें आपकी website पे we want a backlink, and we will pay you 5,000, 6,000 or 10,000. So I
Correct.
always said no. But for the people who are not earning enough, it would be easier for them. So then people would come and they would want you to write content for them. So if you are doing it very cheaply, say suppose people will say, okay, you will go on this trip for say 10 people, 5 people, and we want you to review our property and hotel. So you bring down your own brand value.
Makes
I
sense.
thankfully was very, very careful that I shouldn't get into that trap. And I had already planned my year कि मुझे ये conferences attend करने हैं, इस magazine पे लिखना है, ये करना है, वो करना है. So I had kind of planned it well in advance, and so that's why 90% of the offers that came my way, I said no to them, and only the 10% or less than that were the campaigns that I worked, and those were the campaigns where they gave me freedom. So that's why I was able to churn out the kind of work which I wanted to create, and then I started commanding, like, okay, like I'll only go on my own solo trips, I would not go with say 10 people or 15 people or 5-10 people. And this has worked for me. Now coming to like people who wants to support themselves, first I would say कि यार अपना ना एक side में एक hustle तो रखो. I would say the way you're doing a job, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So you are not in a pressure, to make money from your passion.
True.
So that if possible, try and do it for as long as you can. अपने savings रखो जितना ज़्यादा. उसके अलावा I'm saying, don't compromise so much. जैसे Instagram पे ना so many people come to me also. Like every day there are 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 people who keep coming, who wants to say, hey, we want to advertise. You won't believe, like for me, really big brands, like really the biggest brands in the media industry, brands like UN and UNESCO, they have come in, and it takes a lot of thinking where you have to reject, where you have to say, no, I will not give it. You are coming here to advertise on this. Either I should have some active role to play, or I need to be compensated. And the compensation also comes later. First thing is, does it fit my brand or not? Like for example, I have nothing against the people who do it. For example, I would never advertise a beer brand on my website. I would never overtly advertise the clothes I'm wearing. I would not say, look at my makeup. It's okay, I'm not against those people. I'm just saying I want to stay true to what travel see right is, what the sense is. Like, why did I join in the first place? I don't want to compromise. अगर मुझे पैसे ही कमाने हैं ना, मतलब इसमें भी पैसे आते हैं. Last year I was making good money. अगर इसमें मतलब पैसे ही कमाने हैं ना, खाली पैसा कमाना ही मेरा मकसद है, then there are different means to earn money. Na? You don't have to compromise with your passion. So I would say, if you are doing it, have enough corpus with you that you don't have to compromise, and have something else for your earning. Like suppose आप content writing कर लो यार. बाकी बहुत सारे लोग होते हैं जिनको ना digital के लिए content writing चाहिए होता है. Don't compromise on your own channels, Exactly. And you can earn through, say, आप YouTube के वीडियोस जब करने लग जाते हो, आपके पास बहुत अच्छा if you have a good audience, then you can earn money, affiliate marketing से आ जाता है. और भी काफी सारे हो जाते हैं. People pay you once they see your value ना, like then they pay you. There have been a lot of instances where I had worked with the tourism board on my conditions, where I have been paid, and much senior people than me who have been in the industry for a really long time, they neither got the similar kind of the exposure from the same tourism board, nor they got the money. So it's like how you position yourself. It's totally up to you how you position yourself.
100%. And I love the fact that how you explained it, like having a safety net, at least having a backup plan, so that you can work side by side. Let's say if you wanna get into your passion, like how I am doing, right? I also have a full-time job, as well as I'm also working on my passion. That's what even you did. And it was not like one fine day you woke up and you're like, no, I'm gonna jump into traveling. You strategically planned it. After 3 years is when you realize that this is what your calling is. And by then you also knew that there are, even if I don't make money for the next 3 or 6 months, I can still survive. And if it doesn't work, I will go back. So that's a very interesting and a very important point that even I would like to understand, or make sure the listeners understand. Have something as a backup, so that if something goes wrong, you can at least go back. And make sure that you're also working side by side, working on your career, rather than saying extreme ends. Make sure that you're working both things, and that will actually give you better results. एक साल भले 5 साल बाद हो या 10 साल बाद, at least हो तो रहा है, rather than not happening at all.
And साथ करते रहो. साथ करने में थोड़ी मेहनत लगती है. Like I will tell you, even I worked very hard. कि दिन भर ऑफिस होता था, but it used to be like a stress buster also. शाम को आके, रात में आके to write, and जो weekends होते थे उस पे मैं छुट्टियां प्लान कर लेती. In fact, you become more efficient. Weekend पे जब बाकी लोग मस्ती करते थे, I used to do my work the way you are doing. Like suppose you are recording on Sunday, so it's a passion. And Definitely. You really are able to manage, and trust me, I can tell you by experience, I was far more efficient when I used to do with my job. Now, अभी मेरे लिए काम निकालना इतना मुश्किल होता है. मैं पहले ज्यादा रेगुलर थी लिखने के लिए. अभी मेरे को लगता है यार टाइम इतना पड़ा वो टाइम होता ही नहीं है.
Exactly. So now, out of all the countries that you've traveled to over 60 plus countries, right? So which has been your favorite country, and any story related to that? Can you tell the listeners?
See, I'll tell you what, it's very difficult. It's a very difficult choice.
Definitely.
Like माँ के पूछो ना कि आपके बच्चा कौन सा आता है. It's really like that. So I fall in love with each and every place that I visit. But there are some places. तो एक जगह के लिए बोलना ना थोड़ा सा वो होगा, मुश्किल होगा.
Definitely.
But मैं आपको एक story बताती हूँ, एक interesting story बताती हूँ. Last year की बात है. So I'm a huge tennis fan. Like since I was a kid, उस time से Steffi Graf, Andrea Agassi, और उससे पहले मतलब बोरिस बेकर. वो तो बहुत ही छोटे थे उस टाइम, तो याद भी नहीं है बोरिस बेकर कैसे खेलता था. But I've like grown up watching tennis stars. So I really love them, and my current favorite is Novak Djokovic, and I cannot tell you how much I love him.
He's amazing.
He's like God.
Yeah, he's amazing.
So it was my dream to visit the country where he was born. So I decided to visit Serbia last year.
Okay.
And I was traveling solo in Europe for 4 months, and before going to Serbia, I had done this Czech Republic, Germany, Austria, Hungary, Slovakia, Croatia, Slovenia, Italy. ये सारे country हो गए थे मेरे, Montenegro, Bosnia वगैरह. And I had read also somewhere कि Serbia is not very safe, especially the train that I was taking. It was the overnight train,
अच्छा.
and I had read कि उसमें थोड़ा सा ना मतलब चोरी वोरी का थोड़ा सा नटोरियस एक्टिविटीज होती रहती हैं. But
Okay.
me being me, overconfident girl कि मैंने इतनी देश घूमे हुए हैं, मुझे क्या होगा, nothing will happen and all that, you know, वो एक जो arrogance आ जाती है. So anyway, so I said I'll go, and I was going from Zagreb, from Croatia. Zagreb से Belgrade की मेरी रात की ट्रेन थी.
Okay.
And I had one big bag and one small bag. Small bag में जिसमें मेरा कैमरा वैमरा लैपटॉप सब कुछ था. And I kept it under my feet only क्योंकि मैंने पढ़ा था काफी सारे जो ये होते हैं ना कम्युनिटीज होते हैं वहां पर पढ़ा था मैंने ऑनलाइन कम्युनिटीज में कि काफी लोगों के साथ थोड़ा अनटावर्ड एक्सीडेंट हुआ है.
अच्छा.
रात में I was awake the whole night, almost the whole night.
Okay.
I would have hardly slept for like half an hour or 45 minutes. And next day everything seemed to be perfect. मतलब मेरा बैग जहाँ रखा था वहीं था, मेरा मतलब सब कुछ ठीक ठाक था. There was nothing which I felt was out of place. And I was waiting for a bus to come. I got into the bus, and then मुझे जब बस वाले को पैसे देने थे तो मैंने अपना वॉलेट निकाला. And मेरे वॉलेट में एक अठन्नी भी नहीं थी. Nothing at all. And at that time like I had some 2-3,000 euros and कुछ dollars भी थे. Like one of my friend had borrowed money and he had returned me, and unfortunately he was a foreigner, so he gave me cash. So I had a lot of cash with me, and I was left with 0 penny, like zero, literally zero.
Damn.
और ये देश में मैं किसी को जानती नहीं थी, भाषा वहाँ किसी को आती नहीं थी, वो ड्राइवर को इंग्लिश का एक शब्द नहीं आता था. एंड आई एम ट्राइंग टू एक्सप्लेन, उसको कुछ समझ ही नहीं आ रहा, एंड मेरे को भी नहीं आ रहा. आई वाज तो वैसे ही मेरी तो पागल ही हो गई कि ये क्या हो गया.
Exactly.
मतलब इस देश में पहुंची हूँ और मेरे पास 1 रुपया भी नहीं. इट्स माय फर्स्ट डे, आई डोंट नो एनीवन. और इसके बाद भी मेरे 5-6 देश पड़े हुए. मेरा ऑलमोस्ट 1 महीना पड़ा हुआ था ट्रिप का. I said, what am I going to do? और मेरा फोन भी काम नहीं कर रहा, because what happens is when you come to Serbia, Serbia is not a part of European Union, so your phone doesn't work. And there are different rules, and I had no connection. I said, shit, मैं क्या करूँ? मेरा वो जो ऑफलाइन गूगल मैप भी नहीं चल रहा था, पता नहीं क्या प्रॉब्लम था. their गूगल मैप कुछ भी नहीं चल रहा था मतलब वहाँ पे. And even the driver ने thankfully उसे इंग्लिश नहीं समझ आई, but still he didn't take any money, and he dropped me at a part which was opposite. So I was going uphill. अब तो मुझे लग रहा है यार ये ऑफलाइन मैप की कुछ जगह मुझे दिख ही नहीं रही है जो मेरा होटल होना था. And it was early morning. I'm talking about like 7:38 a.m. क्योंकि मैं सुबह सुबह पहुंच गई थी this time वहाँ पे ना 5:30-6 बजे मेरी ट्रेन पहुंच गई थी. And I had absolutely no idea कि मैं क्या करूंगी. तो मैं किसी तरह से होटल पहुंची, और वहाँ जो वो बंदी है रिसेप्शन पे, she wasn't ready to, क्योंकि मैंने 1-2 दिन का तो बुक कराया हुआ था पहले से ना. तो मैं जनरली किसी कंट्री में जा रही होती हूँ तो 1-2 दिन का बुक करा देती हूँ पहले से. She wouldn't let me check in, and I was like, what do I tell this lady? She doesn't know what I'm going through and all that. I tried to explain her. She didn't understand, and I just started crying because obviously what do you do? And then there was this lady, Boina. She was a local there. She saw me, and she tried to understand what was the problem. I explained her. So she said something to the lady in the local language, and she checked me in. And she said, "Okay, you get fresh and all that. I am here only. Don't worry. And if you want, let's have coffee." तो मुझे तो वैसे ही कुछ भरोसा तो था नहीं, बट मैंने बोला यार इस बंदी ने हेल्प करी है, मैं फिर भी थोड़ा कॉफी तो चल इसके साथ पी लेती हूँ. So she told me, अर्चना, what is your plan? तो मैंने उसे बोला कि यार प्लान तो मेरा जगह घूमने का था, अभी तो मेरे पास कोई प्लान नहीं, अब तो मुझे समझ ही नहीं आ रहा मैं क्या करूंगी. फर्स्ट आई हैव थैंकफुली माय क्रेडिट कार्ड्स एंड डेबिट कार्ड्स होते हैं. सो मतलब वो नहीं गए थे, बट पैसे सारे चले गए, कैश चले गए थे. ओके, पूरा का पूरा चला गया था अभी था. And I'm talking about like 3-4 lakhs kind of money.
Exactly. It was in euros and dollars. So
euros and dollars, yeah. Correct. तो सब चला गया था बिल्कुल. एक तो वैसे ही मैं गरीब, ऊपर से इतना चूना लग गया.
Exactly, right? Yeah.
यहाँ हम एक पैसा बचा रहे हैं,
exactly.
मतलब कन्वीनियंस स्टोर पे जाके ब्रेड खा रही हूँ इंस्टेड ऑफ डाइनिंग एट अ रेस्टोरेंट. यार सारे चले गए एक बार. Anyway, so this So she asked me and she said, okay, listen, I don't want, and by that time she had no clue कि मैं travel writer हूँ, blogger हूँ या journalist हूँ, उसको कुछ नहीं पता था. She said, my country is not like this. I don't want you to leave with a bad impression. So I'm really sorry whatever happened. And we didn't know because वो ना generally क्या होते हैं, ये जो immigrants होते हैं ना, तो सर्बिया में काफी immigrants हुए हैं and they want to get into European Union, so they use these trains sometimes रात में ना वो कर घुस गए, and उनके पास कुछ नौकरी वोकरी होती नहीं, कोई source of income नहीं होता, so they try to fleece the people. And I might have looked like a person vulnerable kind लगी होंगी मैं उसको कि ये तो बुद्धू है, tourist है, ये वो लूट लिया उन्होंने anyways. So she said कि no, this is not my country and don't worry, तुम मेरे guest हो. I will make sure that you explore the country and you explore the best part. And I cannot tell you, the next 10 days which I spent in Serbia, they have been my bestest days ever. Like she took me to Novak Djokovic's restaurant, जहाँ पर जो उसका खुद का restaurant है. I had the same food which I had. And then luckily his family was there. तो उसकी family कभी किसी से मिलती नहीं है. But she made a special request for me and I met the family, father, mother.
Wow.
So it was one of the most beautiful experiences, and she made me shop little bit and she organized the whole trip for me without taking a single penny. So what I'm saying is कि दुनिया में अगर एक बुरा काम होता है ना, उससे कई गुना बेहतर और अच्छा काम आपके साथ होता है. The world is really, really beautiful. True. As compared to when people say na कि people are not nice. No, people would rather help you than hurt you. That's exactly.
100%. That's very true. Now, this is very important what you've just mentioned, right? Ke, a solo woman traveling. Now, there are also a lot of people out there who want to become a solo traveler or a travel blogger who are trying to, make a career out of this. Now, especially women who are going to travel solo, what is your advice to them so that they can be safe while traveling solo?
Couple of things. First of all, like I do when I go initially, तो मैं I try and book in a places जिसके reviews अच्छे होते हैं, right? For example, if I'm staying in hostel or in Airbnb or in hotel, I'll try and take a place which is centrally located, which is safe colony, and where the reviews are good, and where I'll have a little bit of privacy. And I always make sure that my folks back home and my friends, they know where I'm staying and all that. तो वो एक बहुत जरूरी होता है. I always take the local SIM of that place, because या तो मैं यहाँ का ले जाती हूँ, यहाँ का थोड़ा महंगा पड़ता है. It's much better if you take the local SIM. I share that number with my friends, and most of the times I take the data SIM, because data से you are always connected. Calls तो सारे WhatsApp calls से ही होते हैं या फिर उससे होते हैं. So, and it comes very handy because Google Maps है या फिर maps.me है. So by that, all those apps, you always know where you are and you can share with other people. So that is one thing. Like staying connected is very, very important. Third thing is that always have some local. So I thankfully now, because of my travels and whatever, I have friends everywhere. So I always rely on their advice. What do they suggest me? What do they recommend me? So that is what I do. Third thing is like having a local friend. Fourth thing which I do is travel as light and try and blend in rather than stand out. Because आप जितना flashy act करोगे ना, you unnecessarily attract unwanted attention.
Very true.
So I would never wear flashy clothes or jewelry or anything of that stuff, and I don't try to act smart in front of others. Rather, I act little dumb so that people would help me, not try to take advantage of me. Not too dumb also कि जिसका advantage ले ले. Yeah, so it's like just being a normal kind of a person who people would want to help rather than hurt. So that is what I try to do. कपड़े जैसे हमेशा modestly dressed up होना. लाइट अगर आप ट्रैवल कर रहे हो तो उससे ये फायदा होता है कि भगवान न करे आपके पीछे कोई पड़ जाए तो आप भाग तो सकते हो तेजी से. versus
exactly.
Like you have lot of luggage and make friends, but always trust your gut को ट्रस्ट करना बहुत जरूरी होता है. अपने ना जब आपको लगे कि कुछ थोड़ी नेगेटिव वाइब्स आ रही हैं, उस जगह से जितना जल्दी हो सके ना निकल जाना चाहिए. एंड चूज द डेस्टिनेशंस एंड एक्सपीरियंसेस which are rated safe. Don't मतलब okay, it's good to be daring, but वो calculated risk लेना चाहिए.
Exactly.
ज़्यादा भी daring नहीं दिखानी
हाँ.
चाहिए. You know, it's better safe than sorry. So I would say that, and online जो communities होती है ना, they're very very helpful. Like all these, I always read on TripAdvisor, on Facebook groups. Like before I'm going to any place now, I always research a little bit about the places, try and make friends, and try and stay away from dangerous things. So I would say if you do all these things now, it's easier. It's not so
Correct.
difficult now to travel.
Yeah. Yeah, the reason I ask you that is because you understand, right? The stigma around solo
Yeah.
women traveling alone, especially in India here. And India also being not very, safe, as people say, right? For women to travel. That's why I wanted to touch on that part, so that women who are listening to us can benefit and basically learn from you as to how they can protect themselves and keep themselves safe. Right? Now, I want to ask you this. Now, you're a person who loves traveling, right? 60 plus countries, traveling all the time. Now, because of this COVID, you're sitting at home, not going out anywhere, right? So there are also a lot of people out there who are extroverts, who enjoyed going out, having fun, meeting friends, traveling. But all of that has gone to a toss. Now, people are more prone to depression, anxiety, stress, because they're staying all the time at home, right? So since you are a proper example of somebody who was almost all the time spending out time, and versus now just spending time alone here at home, what is your advice to people, that something that they can do which will help them, not over stress or get into depression or anxiety? Some things that you do which you think can help the listeners also in these tough times.
Okay. See, first thing what I do is, it's important to connect. It's important to talk to people. So whether it is through phone or this is through online, I have done specifically is having a routine. Like I was never an early riser, but now I have started waking up early. So at 6 a.m. every day I go for a jog or a run, like a walk or a run in the park. So what happens is, when you come back, you are already little tired and you feel very hungry, and then you eat properly, and then your day starts on a high. So your routine is already set, you become healthier. Then it sets the pace for the rest of the day. Then you are more energetic towards doing your jobs and works, and then calling your folks or calling your friends. So your mind also gets deviated, that time when you're jogging and something, and you are working for yourself, you're not dependent on other people. So spending time in taking care of yourself, whether it is through food, whether it is through workout, is very 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 important. You're not doing it for anyone else, you're doing it for yourself. So I have realized that it's very important. Like, I'll tell you what, I'm a physically very fit person, but when this lockdown started and I wasn't moving, and I'm a person who likes to walk a lot, jog, hike and all that, so I started having pain in my knee. And it was so bad that a few days, rather for almost for a month, I was not able to move my knee. Wow. And then I realized that it was maybe because of vitamin D deficiency, and I took tablets and all that. And I started working out, and I've seen a difference in me. I am physically feeling much better, not depressed at all. And then I talk and taking up new challenges also. Nice. For example, I was very bad at video editing. I'm still is very bad, but I'm working on that front, and reinventing yourself, talking to your friends, or just reading, or just watching movies. Like, I've watched so many movies. That's important. And trying out new things, like learn new courses, and just talk. Just don't stay in yourself.
Very true. Yeah. I love the part wherein you actually mentioned, going for a run. This is something that even I do every single day, right? Because this will actually help you make your day, streamline the process. And obviously, when you are going for a run, you're keeping yourself or your body busy, right? If you're working out, that also improves your cognitive behavior in the brain. Like, then your brain works faster, you are more active, you're releasing endorphins, oxytocin, all those pleasure hormones, which internally then gives you those good feelings, right? And then you feel like, okay, what else can I do now? I've already done one part of the day. So that's a very important habit that I would also recommend all the listeners to implement in their lives. Make sure you're not just staying at one place, but at least going out, doing things, trying new activities which can take your attention, or maybe you're becoming better at something rather than just sitting at one place. Interesting, very good
Absolutely.
insight. uh, Now, for people who want to make money also, right, out of traveling, now I understand you mentioned that the way you operated was totally different. You set a brand, you set your expectations कि भाई मैं किसके साथ काम करूंगी, किसके साथ नहीं करूंगी, what will I work with, what I don't want to work with, all those things you had figured out. But for, let's say,
Right.
somebody who wants to now who wants to get into this travel industry, wants to make money by traveling or blogging, what are some practical tips you advise people that they can do so that they can start making money from brands or attract brands that they could that could pay them?
Okay, first of all, they need to establish their unique voice. Like, what is it that they are passionate about? Say, for example, if there are some fashion or lifestyle people, so
Hmm.
like then for them, talking about travel doesn't make sense. If I'm into travel, then just talking about lifestyle brands doesn't make sense. So,
Yeah.
for example, if your photography is very good, then you can earn in different ways. One is that you can have these online photography classes also. People actually pay you for that. If
Hmm.
you are good in your photography, you can start your own vlog where you can have these tutorial videos that people pay for.
Yes.
Then other thing is, if your videos is good, so there are these lot of channels, like rather lot of these communities where if you register with them, you can earn through them. Then there are these websites like
Hmm.
freelancer.com,
Yeah.
and I think what is this website? There's one more, Upwork or something.
Correct.
Upwork, yeah, I've
There are many
forgotten. Yeah.
many these kind of companies. Yes. Yeah.
So people can actually, Craigslist is there, and all
Hmm.
these are there. So where you can earn remotely. Then I was mentioning, so whatever your strength is, say for example, if your strength is writing, then you can write for a lot of these publications.
Hmm.
Most of the publications these days, they outsource. They've reduced their staff a lot, and they need stories. So then you can write to them. The money is way less, but you get a byline, like when your
Hmm.
name is published and when people google about you, so your name comes in. Then what happens, when you have written for so many publications, then all these hotels, tourism board, they want to work with you because they
Correct.
feel that if they work with you, you will be able to give them coverage in
True.
newspapers and all that. So that is also one of the way. Then you can make commercial videos, you can do commercial shoots for these hospitality brands, these retail brands. That is also like, many of my friends, they are into photography and they do all these commercial fashion shoots and all that stuff that they do.
Hmm.
Then you can also ghost write. Ghost writing is for
Yep.
some people. Then you can manage social media because you are managing your own social media, so you
Hmm.
become so adept in handling that you can handle it for other brands as well.
Exactly.
So, and then you can also be invited as a guest faculty at a lot of these institutes. So yeah, there are these and
Hmm.
many other ways by which you can earn. You can become a consultant with these travel brands, make money by giving them advice on how to run their business. So
Correct.
yeah,
It's all
lot of
about
stuff.
figuring things out as to what your strength is, and then trying to find out who are the people that would pay you for your strengths, so that that
Absolutely.
helps you become better. Oh, no, cool. I know we're coming to almost like the end of the interview, so I will ask you two questions, two last questions that I have. So let's say if you got an opportunity to gift one book to one of your friend, it could be, let's say, a
Mhm.
self-help book. Okay. A self-improvement
Mhm.
book. Which book would you give him or her?
The Blink, or it is Outliers, or
Outliers.
Tipping Point,
Correct.
even the Tipping Point. These are amazing books, and
Yep.
they really tell you how you can succeed, and they tell you how successful people have become what they have become
Exactly.
today. So I really love his book. I think
Mm-hmm.
when you read his book, you can learn so much from him. Then there is this
Definitely.
guy called Tim Ferriss.
Yep.
Tim Ferriss, I love the way he conducts his interviews and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that. Then Simon Sinek, I
Yep.
really love him, what he writes, what he
Uh-huh.
says, all that.
Interesting.
Then yeah, all
Those
these
are
guy
some
Michael.
those are some great authors that even I personally love. And my favorite book out of Malcolm Gladwell books is The Outliers. That is something that I love.
Yeah,
The way he talks about the
beautiful.
environment and how environment influences people, how basically
Yeah,
Bill
yeah, and
Gates became Bill Gates, all those
seriously,
stuff
and that
things.
10,000 rule, like you
Exactly.
become
You have
expert
to
when you
put in 10,000 hours to
practice.
become an
Yeah,
expert. That's amazing.
yeah,
Perfect.
yeah.
Those are exactly the kind of people that are basically I love and I talk to and listen to. Amazing. All right. So one last question before I let you go, Archana. This is something that you'll have to, visualize, imagine, right? Now, let's say in these
Yeah.
20 years from now, you are going away and now you can give two advice to this world,
Hmm.
only two advice to
Hmm.
all the people in the world. What those two advice are going to be?
See, first of all, what I can say is that we always keep running after tangibles. Bada ghar, badi gaadi, badi naukri, badi khadi, wo sab. They're
Mm-hmm.
all waste. Ultimately, if you don't have the people with whom you can share that happiness, like that book was there, Into the Wild.
Yeah, I've
Like
seen that.
he
Oh my
says,
God. True.
happiness is real when shared.
When it is shared.
So, yeah, so when you have people in your life, they are your real assets. So we have been probably brought up in an environment, India में ये होता है कि रेस है, जैसे वो थ्री इडियट्स में बोलते हैं ना, भागते रहते हैं.
Correct.
We never tend to stop and enjoy. We never tend to look up and see कि स्काई में कितने सुंदर बादल हैं या क्या चिड़िया उड़ रही है या आसपास कितने सुंदर फूल है. हम बाहर जाके वो सारी चीजें जरूर अप्रिशिएट करते हैं, लेकिन
Exactly.
अपने घरों में नहीं करते हैं, अपने पेरेंट्स को नहीं करते हैं, अपने फ्रेंड्स को नहीं करते हैं. तो फर्स्ट थिंग इज लाइक वी हैव टू लिव इन द मोमेंट. Start appreciating the smaller things. It's the smaller moments in life which actually make life beautiful. So one is that I would say. Then second thing is our time on this planet is limited, but this planet is infinite, and we should do our bit not to destroy it. And this is like our duty. हमें भी हमारा planet जो है ना हमारे पूर्वजों से मिला है, राइट? अगर उन
Yes.
लोगों ने भी हमारी तरह स्क्वांडर कर दिया होता ना, हमारे पास भी नहीं होता. सो वी हैव नो राइट टू डिस्ट्रॉय इट द वे वी आर डूइंग इट. वी
Yeah.
हैव टू सेव इट. दैट्स व्हाई लिविंग सस्टेनेबली, डूइंग थिंग्स विदाउट ग्रीड इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. कि इस प्लैनेट के को सबसे पहले हमें रखना चाहिए रादर देन अपने फायदे को हमें आगे रखना चाहिए. So these are the two things I would say, that live in the moment and take care of the planet, not because we are going to be here, because हमारा बहुत finite time है यहाँ पर और इस planet का बहुत infinite time है. We really owe it to our kids or to the next generation. Yeah.
No, those are some lovely advices, especially the second, when we taking care of the environment, which is very crucial for the people coming after us. So amazing.
Yeah.
So Archana, thank you so much, for taking your time out, coming on the podcast and sharing your story and tips that I'm sure will definitely help the listeners to become successful in their lives and to be more happier and satisfied. So I really appreciate your time.
Completely my pleasure. Thanks a lot for having me over, and I really had a good time sharing my travel stories and whatever my little thoughts are. Thanks a lot, and I wish you all the best, and everyone who is listening, don't lose hope. COVID को हम हरा के रहेंगे.
Exactly, 100%.